Hey, yo.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from Cleveland. Velus Jones going to bring it out. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set.
First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
A tight end in motion now. They'll go back to Pollard on 1st down. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. They'll send their tight end left. Watson now on 3rd down. That's complete on the tight end screen. Loose inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Tony Pollard. Touchdown Browns. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Mims sent in motion here. On the ground, this is Jaleel McLaughlin. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This is how you drop your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
A 1st down throw for Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Mims sent in motion here. On second down, it's Nix. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Denver. The kick by Lutz is good. And Broncos come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Pierre Strong on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Watson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
3rd and long for Watson, and that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. Not much happening there. Just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Let's go. Hey,
Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's second and goal. Throwing. Nix. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Mims sent in motion here. On third and goal, they'll run for it. Some determined running, but they're going to stop him short of the goal line. Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on fourth and goal. In motion now, it's Collins. Look at this. They'll go with the jet sweep. A dive, and he's in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Broncos. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, this is Strong. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
We're set.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7.
Down, he's coming. We're set.
Shotgun snap to Watson. Going for it all. That's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On first down, here's Nix to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Second down. Nix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is 3rd and 10. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Denver first down. To throw is Nix. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Nick's gonna throw for it. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. And he is going to have the Broncos first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some. Two minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That is caught. And he's in. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Denver. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year.
Next to score, Broncos 21, Browns 14.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, this is Strong. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
They're set. Line them up.
Now it's Watson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
This is set. Line them up.
On first down, Watson. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Here's 3rd and 2.
They're set.
They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
They're set. At 59. Line them up.
They snap it to Watson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have a Browns first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This from 40 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns will cut the lead down to 4. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Broncos are on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, McLaughlin. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Now, a second down throw for Nix. That's complete. It's McLaughlin. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long. Throwing is Nix. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Nix now on 1st and 10. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Looking downfield, that's Musgrave, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A run here, it's McLaughlin. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. In motion now, it's Collins. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
It is 3rd and 10. Back to throw is Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. A run now with McLaughlin. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On 2nd down, it's Nix. To the goal line and in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Broncos. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
The extra point is good. Makes the score Broncos 28, Browns 17.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. On the return, this is Strong. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Reset.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Brings up
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's Watson now on second down. He'll let one go down the middle. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Watson. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Watson. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
56 yards. First down, Broncos.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Talk things over before third down.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll try to run for it. And Nix with the wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On first down, here's Nix to throw. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here we go. One final play. Now a loose football. The Browns have it. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long.
Like damn, why I get a like urine, I'm a drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like why, but open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition.